Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Burks. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Rebels!
People still fill in the stands, and he takes the opening kickoff back to the house to fire up the crowd, fire up his teammates. What a start for this young man.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Missouri Tigers offense will have the football first. It will be a priority to get the passing game up and going, something they really didn't do with one of their biggest weapons last week, David.
Yeah, and last week he just wasn't a big part of the game plan. And I would expect if you want to get explosive plays going and you want to get this offense in a good spot, you're going to find this guy on the outside. He can turn matchups into nightmares for the defenses. I think he'll be used early and often this week.
Yeah, so if I'm the quarterback, I want to get him going early, right? And maybe I'm calling some easy throws, some hitch.
There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Brock. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Trying to barge their way in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Quarterback keeps it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Ole Miss offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. They'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their... And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways. This guy, the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Here he comes with the return.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
Back to throw, it's Brock. Under fire.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Breaks into the open. And he'll be brought down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Grabs it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Rebels! With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Trying play action. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Give to the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass, it's Brock. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on! Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man in the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Holds it in on the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A strike downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Rebels are threatening in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. On a little time, lets it go. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking for a man. It's Brock. With the catch, it's Ramsey. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hauls it in. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Here's the handoff. Plows miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to North Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin in the reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels will try to move the chains on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. They'll run it from the gun. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. To the air, it's Brock. It's complete. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Missouri has it ready to go with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. At the 40, there he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. To the air, it's Brock. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but he lost one down the sideline. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
Gets it out fast. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The play action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Brock. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Slings it downfield. Finds a man in the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Missouri will snap it in the red zone. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Spins away from the defense. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri! Fired in from the red zone for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Off play action on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Snags it on the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Takes the easy one to the back. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Rebels are marching down the field. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man quickly. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wants to go up top. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? Can the D deny them on second and goal? Under fire. Got out of trouble and throws. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Dropping back, it's Brock. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He's in open space downfield. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch. It's Burks. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he... all the way down to the 11.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Brock. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Firing to the right, complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the middle. He's got it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here they come. There he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they...
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they did tack on the extra point. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they